Hey everybody, my name is Bernard.
I'm Batman.
I'm just kidding, I'm Anthony.
Kadisha.
And thank you and welcome to our YouTube channel at Advocacy Unscripted. Today's subject is about, yeah, you remember what it is. Come on guys, help me out here.
Well, today our topic is making fun of people with disabilities, and frankly that is something that we need to talk about. And we actually found a really neat article that helps with that. It's called 10 Things the World Can Learn from People with Disabilities. But first, we'd like to turn it over to Ms. Kadisha with the local weather.
The weather looks beautiful outside today. It's really, really bright and sunny. It feels like summer already. Whew! It feels great outside today, you guys. It feels like we're already summer. For the rest of this week, I believe it's going to be all sunny. I thank God. We're tired of this rain, aren't we? Now, if you guys didn't notice, you guys hear the bees and the birds, the trees breathing. It's gonna be a beautiful weekend.
It is warm outside. Kadisha, I actually feel like I could fly a kite right now.
Right, exactly. It's totally good outside.
I want to go fishing.
Right?
Or go swimming.
Either way.
Hey, I can't swim.
Well,
Okay then.
it's okay.
We'll get you floaties or something. I don't know. We'll get you one of those inner floating tubes.
Right. So, today, y'all, we're going to be talking about, now we'll be kind of discussing about our 10 things the world can learn from people with disabilities. After this segment that we'll talk to you guys about we'll also be having a special guest at the end of our video today, and we'll be discussing with one of the clients here at VCDI here and get their opinions on what people can learn about for people with disabilities. So, so I'm just going to give a little bit of brief front topic here. It says, no matter what type of person, there is a lesson to be learned from them. People with disabilities, especially influential or hardships, aren't as easily forgotten. We go through them every day and determine on strengths and which many people are blown over by, or many secretly wondering how they can do the same thing. People with disabilities can learn much throughout their lives, life lessons that are able-bodied people rarely get to experience. Having a disability is definitely difficult, but it's one of the richest and one of the classrooms that a human can also experience too. While these learning experiences are not profound experienced directly, there are some special tokens of wisdom that can be passed along. So here's one of, there's only 9 of these, once again, but we'll just kind of go through them as a group here. To have true happiness is rarely possible with in a broken body. That I believe is actually false. That's something that is not really true. Anybody can experience true happiness, whether you're disabled or not. And I find that when they use the term broken body, that just kind of necessarily is a better term than a person that, that is in a wheelchair or whatever, but still I just find it a little bit difficult to use.
But Renee, it also goes back to a whole point of self-worth and finding the person's self-worth in themselves, no matter if they're quote-unquote broken-bodied or not.
Exactly.
But anyways, number 2 is patience can get you through almost anything. Now that one, honestly, I feel like that one could be a toss-up, but it leans more maybe to false, because there are some people that think that being patient is a virtue, or that or the classic one, you're always told as a kid that patience pays off, and it does pay off sometimes, but for certain things like this, whether you're quote-unquote able-bodied or disabled and all that stuff, there's people that think there's a cure or some type of thing, it's like some type of cold, it's gonna go away like that. No, it's not like that.
Right.
And for patience, you have to learn to be patient with yourself, no matter if you have a disability or not. So that's what I think when it comes to patience and disabled people.
And number 3 is accidents can and will happen. When you guys actually think about the heading, what do you guys think about that?
Accidents can help it. I would say that in once again, this all kinds of ties to self-worth. That accidents will happen regardless whether or not you're really disabled. I mean, it kind of goes to basic on what can happen in everybody's lives. Everybody has different lives and the way they carry them out, and sometimes if you just have a situation where you end up having a life-threatening illness and you're put in a wheelchair because of it, that's unfortunately could be a lot of drawback. But at the same time, you can take pride in knowing that you're still alive from the incident. It'll be always a struggle, but at the same time you can count your lucky stars. You could be thankful, however you want to say believe in that necessarily. You can just think that you're alive regardless at the end of the day.
True.
Yeah.
I think this one is possibly pretty much mostly true, because like our parents. I'm just gonna go off topic for a little bit. You know how our parents, when we're like little kids, they always try to protect us, keep us safe. They're thinking, they know that the world out there is dangerous and stuff like that, and so they're thinking that if we go out into the world, they think nothing bad's gonna happen, when really we know that something's gonna happen to us. We don't know what's gonna happen to us tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen to Kadisha. I don't know what's gonna happen to me or happen to Brennan. So yeah, accidents can and they do happen, and then they're all
some accidents are permanent though.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just like learning how to deal with the accident that makes you a better person. It's like
finding your person within, whether that be spiritual, whether that be just looking at the world in a more positive way, because once again, it's just how you see the outlook and bring out the positiveness in the negative situation.
Yeah.
Like I said, once again, you can interpret it in any way you want, but as long as you try to bring out the positive in that situation, which is hard. I mean, once again, it could be very hard, but we just, it's once again, just do that and you should be able to hopefully find it one day.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I got with the whole accidents happening.
Number 4 is disabilities can happen to anyone. A lot of that was discussed in the other 3 as well, but it does happen to anybody. It can happen to me, Anthony, like Anthony said, it can happen to Anthony, Kadisha, it can happen to anybody, and we're not all this, an accident can happen to anybody, because I used to be like that. I used to be all like, well, I'm okay, so I don't have to worry about it, so I could jaywalk across the street. Just think about that. If you jaywalk across the street, you can end up being a disabled person yourself. And if you were to also, see it from our side, well, yeah, you can end up being in a wheelchair, and we're not gonna look bad or look down upon you because we know where that is from. We 3 may not necessarily be physically disabled in many ways, but we are mentally. So even though we don't know physically how it feels, we can at least on a certain type of level try to understand. And so we kind of get where people are when they do happen to have a disability of a physical ability.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the little things. Since having a disability can be rather stressful, broken wheelchairs, like Brandon was saying earlier, health insurance cuts, caregivers suddenly quitting, we learn early on to not let our stress levels get too high. And so I just want to get your guys' input on what do you think when you hear disabilities being stressful in your day-to-day life?
Well, for me as a person, I suffer with anxiety. So stress to me really has a lot of meaning to this when it says stressful. I learn how to cope with the stress, and I cope with the the anxiety and the stress that comes along with that and whatnot. And the stress leads to those other things that happen in my daily life.
Mm-hmm.
And so stress for me is a big issue, and if I was to be able to control it in any way possible, there's several different ways. You could look online, and there's totally many different ways out there. There's self-help books, there's apps on our phone. In today's technology, we have so much ability to be able to find what works for us, there's just, once again, it's just how you work out those little things in life, whether it's be more organized, just talking to somebody, there's several different ways. I mean, we're not even going to be able to cut just to the whole little, section, but I mean, if you find it and it works for you, try it, and as long as it doesn't hurt you, as long as it don't hurt you, hurt yourself, or hurt anybody you care about, then as long as it ends up in a positive way and it comes out in a good way and not a negative way, then try it and see what happens, because stress is something that's not good at the end of the day. It's really bad. It affects your health. It helps you. It hurts yourself. It hurts your family. It hurts your friends, and it's just not a really good thing to have. I mean, as long as you try to make it work, and figure out what can help.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. Aisha?
I usually listen to music if I start to stress. I just think about lyrics.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. That's what
some lyrics mean actually a lot.
It does.
Think about it.
There's actually some music out there
that calms you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they calm you down. They also explain like a bit of meaning to either what you're going through or just how you're feeling on that specific day.
Sometimes it predicts what you're actually thinking.
Exactly, which is the weirdest part for me. I've been through that once, and it was just weird. That's a different story, different time.
I don't know how these recorders can do that, but they're
it's
obviously
like they're
good
reading your mind or
they're
something.
They're good at their jobs.
Exactly. Okay. Next.
Okay.
Being different is an opportunity. Most people don't like being different or standing out. You have the out Venice Beach type people of the world, but generally most people do not want to be noticed. However, it's not as bad as you think. In fact, when you live the life as someone who's different, you learn right away. It has its cool moments. You get to meet amazing people and get in on special opportunities when you're vanilla. No one notices. Now, when they said vanilla, I swear I do not know what they were talking about.
Right,
vanilla
means
I think they were talking about ice cream, to be honest.
When they're saying vanilla, they're basically mean like plain, ordinary, like you're not different from any other color or something.
Right.
You're just one specific person from what they're saying.
Yeah, that's how I understood it too at the end. Yeah. It's I think that is also correct though. I mean, with all these being correct, I mean, just being different though, I think is a good thing, because if we were all the same, it would be boring.
I actually like being different.
Right. Brian, I actually agree with you on that, because like you were saying about being like I was saying with the vanilla and being plain and all that stuff like that. I feel like being different, like Keisha said, is actually a good thing, because there's a lot of people that are either what they say normal, which obviously doesn't exist.
Right.
I think normal's boring.
It is.
There's no such thing. But they all want to seem like they want to fit into this in crowd. What is the in crowd? There's obviously going to be a crowd that's obviously has at least one, if not two, things wrong with them.
Exactly.
So technically, there wouldn't be such a thing as an in crowd if there's something wrong with you. But it's that whole point of like standing out and make yourself different. You're like, hey, it's me. I'm so and so. I play so and so. I can sing. I can dance. I can do all that. Blah blah blah.
Right.
That's what they're trying to say is there's a lot of people that don't know who they are, and so they try to look for it either in people or in things or out there, and it's like, how do you explain, Keisha, when they're doing that? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think right now.
What you talking about, Willis?
He said basically what the ending of the last sentence was in the paragraph, which was, when you're vanilla, no one notices.
Yeah, what they're saying.
That's what it says.
Talking about
When it says when you're being vanilla, no one notices.
Oh.
That's exactly what it means. He was trying to say.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I had to let it.
That's no big deal.
Moment for
But
a
that
minute.
also,
I'm sorry.
no, but actually, if you think about it, Anthony, your point actually fits into number 7.
Wait, it does?
Yes, fitting in is overrated.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, so your
I
point
didn't
makes a good information. Is fitting in is overrated. When you have a disability, you pretty much have a free-for-all card to exactly who you want to be, since fitting in the in crowd is impossible, and always embracing this can be one of the most freeing things ever. You don't need to fit in to feel good about yourself or think that you belong. You belong to yourself, and we know this, and that feeling is amazing. It's for me, that's a good thing. It's fitting in is overrated. Nobody needs it. Nobody wants it, even though we think we do. But at the end and after, we realize it's so boring. You know, I mean, we all go through life and we're like, you know, I used to be a kid growing up in school, and I'm like, oh, I want to be one of those it people, those people that were just, you know, the ones that had not all the friends in the world, but, you know, the ones that had, you know, more than 5. And so I'm like, oh, I got to be one of those people. And I realized after that, I look back at it, I kind of laugh. And I'm like, wow.
Because you realize that the in crowd was just as different as you, if not the same as you.
And so just because they had more friends, they weren't necessarily the in crowd. It was so different. So, next one.
Okay. You can't judge a person by their looks. Y'all remember that famous quote by Stephen Hawking, "Don't judge a book by its cover"?
Yes.
Same thing applies to people with disabilities. Don't just judge them by how they look.
Okay. Wow, very technical difficulty for what you were about to say, huh? Anyway.
Yeah, just don't judge people by how they look, or whether if they have a physical disability, a mental disability, or whatever. It's not, or mental disability.
Yeah.
What?
Boring.
or balding.
Right. So those just you just don't judge.
We're all the same. We're all humans. We're all pump the same blood. Henceforth, we're all humans. Blah blah blah. Next thing done. There, I said my point. Done.
Okay.
Our next one is life is short. Embrace everything. When they were talking about this, and I read, and I was looking at this, and they said that it's like.
It's true.
Exactly.
You can't get any. It can't get any truer than that, really.
Like the header just explains itself.
The header does explain itself in a way. I mean, if you think about it, life is short. We all don't live to be 105. No, and I mean, if you do, then you're great, right? I mean, we all live to be certain.
To at least see 80.
Right, exactly.
Right?
So just live to the life to the fullest, whether you're disabled or not.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is, people. And I think that's where we stop with all of the 9 facts. And it said 10, but the 10th on ours got cut off. So but I will explain it though. Weakness is not always a negative. If you have a weakness, whether that be physical or mental, you know,
don't treat it as a weakness.
No, because it's a thing that makes you you, and you are the best person you could possibly be. Exactly. So we want to leave you with that, guys.
And so Brennan, one more thing before we go. You said that we have a guest speaker coming in. That you like talking to?
Yes, we will, and she will present herself here in a few. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So now, everybody, we are here with our another guest speaker here. And what is your name for everybody to know?
Vanessa Mochel.
Okay. So Vanessa, I have 3 questions for you. The questions are based on what can people learn about people with disabilities. And my first question is, how would you like people to be able to talk to you now that they see you that you're in a wheelchair?
Okay, like normal, not baby talk.
Okay. So just like as if we're talking right now, like no big deal, just whatever? Okay, cool. Do you find it for do you find it hard for little kids to come up to you at all? I mean, sometimes there's probably like that, but do you feel that personally experienced?
Yeah.
You do? So how does that make you feel though, that when it's scary for little kids too?
It made me feel down. It put me down.
It really does?
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be something. Is it, do they eventually come around and like talk to you
Yeah.
and get to know you?
They
Oh,
had
okay,
to
cool.
get you to the wheelchair.
Oh, okay. So is that pretty quick though? Pretty
Yeah.
Pretty quick? Okay, cool. And would you want other people to know, if the people that don't have disabilities? What would you like them to know that are not disabled?
Well, you can get a job. I work at Bath and Body Works at the mall. I'm a killer. I work on people and say hi, how you doing? And they can get a job too. They can do whatever they want
Oh, that's cool.
to do.
Oh, that's awesome. So I think thank you for coming on and being our guest speaker for the video today, and I really do appreciate it. I hope that a lot of you guys have learned today about, just some simple things about what you can do, and not be afraid to come up to people,
Yeah.
right? I mean, just because we may look different or sound different or act different, doesn't mean that it's a little bit, scared. It might be at first, but we're really cool people, huh, Vanessa?
Yeah, we are.
Cool. So thank you for everybody for enjoying our video, and you'll start hearing our podcast hopefully starting soon, and we will talk to you again next time. Bye everybody.
Hi.